The next presenter will come again from the industry, from Synergy International. Ashot Hovanesian is the CEO of Synergy International. He has been in Armenia for some amount of time. We'd like to hear about his experience. Thank you.
Dear participants, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to share with you some of our experiences that we learned throughout past 20 years of operating IT business in Armenia. My presentation will resemble to my previous colleague, Hovanesian, proving that Armenia has great potential and can further develop an IT industry in Armenia, as we have a lot of good basis for that. My presentation is titled From Outsourcing to Supplying Global Products and Services. Synergy was established in 1996 in Washington, D.C. area in the United States and opened its subsidiary in Yerevan, Armenia in 1999 and one in Artsakh in 2012. And throughout these 20 years, we gradually gained confidence and starting sharing more responsibilities to our Armenian office. So subsidiary grew from just 4 people in 1999 to more than 200 now. Like many IT companies in Armenia, Synergy's Armenian office started with mostly as doing programming, software development, while the other remaining business activities were handled by headquarters in the States. So we consider that we started mostly outsourcing some of our operations into Armenia. But now we realize that Armenian office, as well as talents in Armenia, have much more capacity, ability in doing more than just doing software programming. And they can excel in other areas as long as they have given opportunities and proper training. And so we gradually starting taking up for more business functions in our Armenian office. Look into this chart comparison. In 1999, we just delegated mostly software development, QA, and technical support, while now our office in Armenia is doing marketing and sales, business consulting, program design, project management, training. We started initially just delegating technical project management to Armenian office. Then we realized that with such a great talents here, we can do more. So we then have our people here starting traveling to other countries for business consulting, needs assessment, project management, global project management, not just technical project management. The last functions that we decided that Armenian office also is prepared to do is business development and marketing. So it's no longer just helping the US headquarters in their business development, but has its own functions, can really start, initiate, and win many businesses from Armenia. So this is one picture showing some of our young and talented employees in our Armenian office. So now these talented employees provide IT solutions and services to public and private organizations in over 60 countries worldwide. Why then we think that transition of Armenian office from being outsourcing office to becoming fully independent unit capable of winning and successfully executing projects all over the world is an important achievement. Because we believe that this will further stimulate growth of IT sector in Armenia. Because it will help Armenia to become not just country for outsourcing, but country that can supply its products like made in Armenia to the rest of the world. Also, it diversifies workforce skill set. You can see here on the chart, if in 1999 we had 6 different type of specialists. Now we have 8 more type of specialists, such as business development specialist, marketing specialist, business analyst, system analyst, product designer, project manager, system architect, and UI UX designer. And this will greatly expand the boundaries and provide new jobs for many professionals. And Armenia can provide IT consulting to other countries in the region, Middle East, Asia, Africa, CIS countries. That's a great potential. Not only having back office program source code writers, but really professionals in many other areas of IT that they can provide their consulting services to other countries. So Armenia will have to be recognized also as a source for that type of consulting to the world. I strongly believe that the talents are existent, and our own experience proves that. It's only matter how much opportunities you give them. If you don't give opportunities, you never get the results. But if you give opportunity, you can see that people doing tremendous job. We have now many of our employees traveling many countries, meeting government officials, meeting international organizations, donor organizations, many other private organizations, and making a lot of important negotiations, presentations, needs assessment, training. That is something that we would like to see more expanding in Armenia. Also, it facilitates repatriation. We have many Armenians living abroad, and we recently came to understanding that many of them would be very happy, would dream to come back to their motherland given that they would have relevant employment and job opportunities. I think that keeps them today not committing to their dream and coming back to their motherland. We started then discussing with various diaspora organizations in a number of countries. We started talking to Repat Armenia here, and we realized that that's the case. And now even we have number of Syrian, Lebanese, Armenians recently repatriated, that we find that they have a great talent and they can add important value. Not necessarily everybody of them are software programmers, but some of them are business analysts, project managers, and we have to use their ability. We have to use their languages. Today at Synergy, everybody speaks English, that's the norm, but we also have good number of employees that speak French, Spanish, Arabic, Russian. So that is the way also to expand Armenian IT business around the world. We also consider that we should not everybody just talk about Yerevan as when we speak about Armenia. And I'm glad that IT community in Armenia realized that, and they started working towards creating new opportunities in Armenian regions. That's Gyumri, what's the new name of Kirovakan is Vanadzor, yes. We also opened our subsidiary in Artsakh, where we started with just 4 people. Now we have 30 people functioning great. I cannot even find the words to describe it. I believe I will have opportunity to talk more about that specific case the day after tomorrow. I hope most of you will be there, and we will discuss that how one can also facilitate the work in such a beautiful place as Artsakh is. So some of our research from students that applied for or been through Synergist training, we realized that 45% were from regions, not from Yerevan. So we have such a great talent in the regions. I believe they would also stay in their cities rather than coming to Yerevan, as our Artsakh experience proves. None of them that are working in Artsakh had any intention to move to Yerevan, because what keeps people attached to their place? I strongly believe it's job opportunity. If you provide job, people never would leave, because most people leave because they are desperate. They would like to find better opportunities for them as a work, because that's the most important part of their life. Also, this expansion to fully operational office help in bringing your clients to Armenia for training purposes. Only alone in 2015, over 100 specialists from client organizations, client countries have visited Armenia, came for training purposes, staying here for a few weeks. These are people that would never come otherwise, because not necessarily every country has great knowledge about Armenia as a touristic place. That's very unfortunate, but that's the reality. When they come, and then at that time they discover that Armenia is not only a place for them to come for training, but it's a great place to come as a tourist. So they go home and they start promote. They become our ambassadors in their countries to promote Armenia for even other areas, but we never considered when we, for our business purposes. So one business helps other business. So I believe that we also help Armenian tourist industry to get more known as a great country to visit for tourism. And we also provide periodic conferences when we bring our clients from around the world, like the one we are going to host next year in June. Normally that we bring around 50, 60 government officials or employees into Armenia from like 25, 30 countries. One important aspect, I believe, is where Armenia can play a very important role, is this cloud-based data services. We host today, as the chart shows, 23 client systems in our data center in Yerevan. For many people, today does not make any difference where your data is being hosted, in which country. You don't know. When you go to Amazon or you go Google and you use their cloud, you don't know whether the servers are in the States or in India or maybe other countries. So that will make Armenia become borderless on internet. So if we can really promote that area, that direction, I think that will create a new recognition of Armenia as a place with such a infrastructure, and that will also promote other IT businesses, because many investors will give more trust to the country. If country can host data of other countries or other clients around the world, that means this is trustworthy country. So I believe that this service has a great potential for Armenia. So I think I would just stop here and would be very optimistic for Armenian future in IT. And I believe that more we diversify our IT specialists, better results we can achieve all together. Thank you very much.